Have you ever had a perfectly wired analog sensor, shielded cable, stable 24-volt power, PLC working fine, but the analog reading keeps jumping, drifting, or shaking? You check the wiring. Signal Plus goes to the correct AI Plus terminal. You use shielded cable. Power supply is stable. Everything looks perfect on paper, but the signal is still full of noise. In many real industrial panels, the problem comes from one very simple mistake. The sensor ground is connected to the PE bar instead of the PLC analog ground / AGND. In this video, we'll explain why grounding is so critical for analog signals, what happens when you connect sensor GND to PE, and the correct wiring method to get a clean, stable measurement. Let's start with the most common mistake. On the drawing, you have an analog sensor. The positive signal, signal plus, is wired to the PLC analog input. AI plus the sensor ground / 0 volts is wired straight to the PE bar in the cabinet. At first glance, this looks by the book. All green, yellow, and ground wires go to one PE bar. The cabinet looks neat and tidy. Everything goes to a single point. But this is actually a trap. PE, protective earth, is mainly for safety, not for measurement. It is used to carry fault current, leakage current, surge, high-frequency noise. It is not guaranteed clean enough to be a reference for small analog signals. When you use PE as your signal reference, you force your analog sensor to share the same path with noise from VFDs leakage from motor frames, switching noise from contactors, soft starters. Now imagine in the same panel, you have a VFD driving a pump, fan, or conveyor motor. The VFD generates high-frequency PWM waveforms at the three-phase output leakage currents through motor frame, power cables, and parasitic capacitances. All of this high-frequency noise eventually finds a way back to the source, and a significant part of it returns through the PE bar. If your analog sensor GND is tied to PE, then that high-frequency noise is now riding on your signal ground. The reference point of the PLC is no longer stable. Even if the sensor outputs a clean 0 to 10 volts, the PLC sees a dancing signal because the ground itself is moving. On the HMI, you'll see the value jumps, flickers, or drifts, sometimes causing false alarms. The trend graph looks like spikes and ripple instead of a smooth line. Technicians get confused, suspecting sensor failure or PLC problems. Even without a VFD, the PE bar may not sit at a perfectly stable 0 volts due to leakage currents, switching power supplies, EMI, etc. So it is not a good choice as a reference for small analog signals. Many people are taught the rule. All grounds should meet at a single point to avoid loops. The idea is correct, but if you choose the wrong single point, you end up collecting all noise exactly where your signal reference is. In the wrong test schematic, sensor GND, PE bar. The PE bar already carries various leakage currents and noise. Your small analog signal, only a few volts, shares the same path with fault currents and high-frequency interference. The problem: PE is not designed to be a precision signal reference. The potential of the PE bar can move up and down, especially with power electronics. Every time the VFD switches or a contactor toggles, you may see a glitch in the analog reading. So, the concept of one common ground point is correct, but that point must be the signal ground, analog GND, not the PE bar. So what is the correct way? On most PLCs, you will see AI plus / AI minus, or AI / AGND, or I plus / I minus for 4 to 20 milliamp signals. The rules: Sensor positive, VOUT plus, IOUT plus. Connect to AI plus or I plus of the PLC sensor ground /VOUT dash / return arrow. Connect to PLC Analog GND /AGND /AI dash. This is the reference point used by the PLC's analog circuitry. If using shielded cable, connect the shield to PE at one end only, typically at the PLC or cabinet side. Do not ground both ends of the shield to avoid ground loops. Use PE for device enclosures, sensor bodies, cabinet frame cable shield, single point connection. Do not use PE as the return path for the analog signal. When wired correctly, the analog signal is referenced to a cleaner ground noise from VFDs, and power devices is less likely to enter the signal path. The HMI trend becomes much smoother and more stable. In some cases, even when you wire to AGND correctly, the signal is still at risk or very noisy. For example, measuring from another remote system with a different ground reference, connecting to old equipment where the frame may leak current, very noisy environments with large VFDs or induction furnaces. In these situations, use a signal isolator. It breaks the direct electrical path between sensor and PLC, transfers the analog value through transformer, optical, or capacitive coupling. If a ground fault or large potential difference appears, it helps protect the PLC. But remember, on the PLC side, the output of the isolator must still be referenced to the PLC's Analog GND, not to the PE bar. To summarize, what is the difference between PE and Analog GND? PE, protective earth. Purpose, safety and fault current path. Carries leakage current, high-frequency noise, surges, EMI not stable enough to be a precise analog reference. Analog GND /AGND. Purpose, signal reference for analog inputs. Designed to be low noise and stable, must be used as the return path for analog sensors. Checkmark wiring checklist for analog sensors. Signal plus arrow PLC AI +/I plus signal -/G ND arrow AGND/AI minus of the PLC. Do not use PE as the main return for sensor GND. Use shielded cable for long runs or noisy areas. Connect shield to PE at one end only. If two systems have different grounds, use a signal isolator. Keep analog cables away from VFD and motor power cables. So, next time you wire an analog sensor to a PLC, don't just ask, is it connected? Also ask, is it connected to the right ground? Remember, PE is for safety. Analog GND is for your signal. If this video helped you understand analog grounding and reduce noise in your system, please like this video, subscribe to Hexabot, and share it with your friends who work with PLCs, sensors, and industrial control systems. See you in the next video.